Hey my lovelies, I hope you're all safe and well. It's Mitch here. I'm just coming on to do my Facebook card reveals. I just wanted to come on and to come down here in my living room and do, that was an orb again, isn't it? Come down into my living room to sort of just show you my beautiful little daffodils that my husband bought me the other day. I've had a really, I'm not gonna lie, I've had a really shit day today. Not shit as in anything like bad going on, but I just have had a very severe migraine today. So I'm really sorry to the people that I had to cancel our sessions with. I never cancel a session lightly, but I have just felt awful today. I haven't even had a shave. I look a little bit rough around the edges. It's just been a heavy day for me today, you know, and it is the full moon. I know why it is. There's nothing bad going on. It's just the full moon energy. And sometimes when we work sort of spiritually, we have to actually give ourselves permission to rest. Sometimes we have to give ourselves permission to stop. And sometimes we have to know it's okay to have a bad day. It doesn't mean it's going to be a bad week or a bad month or a bad year, but we're allowed to have a vulnerable day for us, you know? So today has been that for myself. So I've had to go really slow because my eyes get very light sensitive, I get very dizzy. So I've just been asleep most of today, you know? So like I say, apologies for the people that I've had to cancel. It's never done lightly, but you guys have been amazing and we've got it rebooked. So, and I'm pleased that it's happened today rather than on a show day. Because when it happens on a show day, which is very rare, but when it does happen like that, I have to sort of consume even more energy to still do a show, and then it kind of finishes me off afterwards. So yeah, that's me today. Anyway, I still wanted to come on and do the cards because I do think it's important to sort of try and get these done because I know a lot of people take the energy from them, so in a good way. So if you can hear any noise, my front door's open because my little man Oscar, I'm going to cough, bear with me a sec. Front door is open because little man is out pottering in the garden. So apologies in advance if we hear any crazy wildness. Hopefully we won't. Hopefully I'll get through this video without any of that. So if you were drawn to card number 1, we're going into the energies of hear the whispers of your intuition. Now, more than anything, this card comes in when we need to stop. Can you see that orb? Just literally, it's not a fly or anything, it's literally an orb. I don't know if you just saw it there, it was bouncing around like anything. Really weird. There's definitely a spirit with me at the moment. Not sure who it is, if it's one of my guides, if it's a family member, I'm not sure. But there is somebody around, definitely. Anyway, hear the whispers of your intuition. It's a time to trust, it's a time to listen, it's a time to stop, it's a time to pause, and it is a time to just really pay attention, not just to the physical words that are being said, but to the energetic energy that's going on and is being presented at the moment. So hear the whispers of your intuition, feel into your sort of, you know, heart center, feel into your solar plex, feel into your chakra system. What is the energy telling you? What's the energy saying to you at the moment, you know? And if you're getting a gut feeling, if you're getting a certain situation or a vibe around something, even if you have no evidence to back that feeling up, even if you're not sure why you're feeling like that, if something is coming in making you feel a certain way, pay attention, because I've said it so many times. Energy doesn't lie. It doesn't have an agenda. It doesn't have a need or a reason to lie. People lie, people let us down. Energy very rarely does. So it could be at the moment that you're getting gut feelings around a situation and you might be quite fearful to communicate that because you might feel like a lot of other people are not feeling how you are. And just be aware of the energy, be the observer and pay attention, listen to that. And if it's needed to be used at a later point in time to safeguard you from something, you know, use the energy, use the information in the way that you're getting that, you know. So yeah, it might be that you're quite switched on spiritually this week. Oh, here's little man coming back in. You might be quite switched on spiritually this week and just feeling like there's all of that sort of vibe. So yeah, just listen, just pay attention basically. Now then, as we're going into, what are you doing down there? As we're going into card number 2, we're going into the energy of free your mind. So free your mind. It could be that you're getting very caught up in thoughts and feelings. It could be that you're getting very caught up in your own head at the moment, because I've had quite an off day today, headache wise, you know. It also sometimes brings on or flares up my depression, my anxiety, my imposter syndrome, all this stuff, and it's junk a lot of the time. So free your mind is almost getting out of your head, because sometimes I think we get pulled into these cycles of overwhelmment, and it can create some paranoia and an altered state of play. And sometimes the noise in the head just becomes very loud, very aggressive, very unpleasant. So if possible with this, take some time out to meditate, to sort of just detach where that energy goes, switch off. Later on, I'm going to be going for a little cheeky dog walk along the river, and I'm going to really use nature's energy to just clear, to cleanse, just to help me shift the last remains of my headache. And also it's a time to just clear out any rubbish, any crap, anything that actually doesn't matter, isn't real. You know, sometimes I think with this, we get pulled into sort of false belief systems. You know, sometimes our head gets so consumed with just garbage, you know, where we feel vulnerable or where the energies are quite intense and a mix of stuff. And I think that's the key thing. Just don't get caught up in the trickery of the mind, because it is just that, it's trickery of the mind. Do you mind? Sorry, he's doing like a zoomy where he tries to like grab his tail and bite it. So I hope that makes sense. So just clear this out, a bit of like almost an internal saging of the head a little bit, if that makes sense to you. And maybe do that, you know, use a crystal, put it on your head. I often sort of do that with smoky quartz and some of the other sort of crystals, or a singing bowl, and sort of just cleanse your crown chakra and your third eye. And sometimes you can do all the chakra system if you need to, you know. Now then, with the final card, we're going into the energy of Nurture the Home Witch. And I just think this is taking some time out. It's a bit like the Hermit card, taking some time out in your temple, in your sacred space, whatever your sacred space is for you, however your home is for you. And like today, my home has been mega important to me because it has become my sanctuary. And, you know, I've been in bed most of the day and everything, and I've just needed to sort of just charge, to rest, to heal. And I think this is what I'm feeling with this, you know, just enjoy your home, use it as a safe space where you can just be yourself. You know, if you're doing sort of change with house and home, so if you're doing renovation or decorating or moving or about to move, then that could be some of this as well. But I almost feel like it's just allowing the home to hold space and to sort of seal you in a bit of a womb almost, you know. And like I said earlier, it's okay to just have a day where you're vulnerable. So if you want to have a day where you're just going around in your pajamas or your jogging bottoms or just your birthday suit, whatever you need to do to just get through the day, you know. And maybe that's what this is for some of us at the moment. But Nurture the Home Witch, I just feel like it's almost finding beauty, finding magic, finding value in the space that you're in, you know, and not maybe having to be so out there spreading yourself to all these different pockets of places and spaces. Sometimes the best type of magic is to just do some cooking. I wouldn't do that because I can't cook, but I watch Paul do the cooking and I see the love that he puts into like the curries and the stew and the roast dinners and whatever else we're having, you know. And sometimes it's just being in that, isn't it? Just being in that homely energy. I mean, a great evening or a great time for me is me and Paul, Netflix on the sofa. We're currently watching Bridgerton, and you know, little Oscar sort of pottering around, and that is just us. It's just lovely to have that. So this is maybe some of what you're needing at the moment, just that home nurturing perhaps. So I hope that makes a little bit of sense. Sorry guys, I feel like I've struggled a little bit doing these messages today, but I hope they make sense for you. Like I say, my head is throbbing at the moment. But I'm going to leave it with you. Keep shining bright, look after yourself. What do I need to let you know about? The main sort of shout to say, this coming Friday, I'm going to be over in Carpe Noctem in Frome, doing an evening of private one-to-one readings. So if you're wanting to come and see me in person, grab one of those last minute spaces. I think there's now 3 spaces left. It'll be lovely to see you there. And then on Saturday, I'm over in Collective Dreams in Burnham-on-Sea, which is completely sold out. So thank you very much. Also, just to say, speaking of things that have sold out, Dorking, the Green Room Theatre, has completely sold out now. So thank you so much if you've secured a space to come and see me there for Dorking. It's going to be an amazing night. Never ever demoed there, and I've sold the theatre out, so I feel very, very proud of myself actually. It's going to be a cool evening, so yeah, definitely looking forward to that. Anyway, gonna leave it with you. Keep shining bright, and I will try and be more fabulous and more sparkly very soon. And I'll catch up with some of you lovelies as and when. Bye for now.